One of the most important reports at Amazon that a lot of people don't even realize exist is called the Category Listings Report. In this video, I'm going to share with you why it's important and how you can go find it and apply it to make your life easier, as well as potentially get you more sales and protect your listing from some bad actors. So if that sounds of interest to you, you're in the right place. My name is Kevin Sanderson from My Amazon Guy. I've been selling on Amazon for about 10 years. I'm going to share with you this report that we actually recently did a webinar. We shared with people a little bit about this report, thinking everybody already kind of knows about it. The feedback we got from people is that it was basically life-changing. Now, whether this changes your life or just makes your life on Amazon a lot easier, you can be the judge of that. But I'm going to share with you how you download this report and why it's so important. So the reason it's so important is if you think about it, Amazon is just a big database. There's a lot of different fields. You're probably familiar if you're in managed inventory. You're putting in, various attributes about your product, and you want to make sure as many of those are filled out as possible. And you also want to check to make sure that nobody went into your listing and changed things to things they shouldn't have changed them to. So at least it helps you protect that and lets you make changes more quickly. So with that, let me go ahead and show you how to download this report so you know what to do with it. So what you're going to do is, you're probably familiar with this screen right here. You're going to go to the menu and then reports, and then go to inventory reports. So from there, from the inventory report screen, you are going to click on category listings report from that drop-down menu. So you might not see it. And if for whatever reason you don't, some accounts don't have category listings report, just put in a seller support case to Amazon requesting category listings report, and they'll be more than happy to give it to you. And they're actually, we found, very quick about granting access to it. Now, a couple of years ago, you had to ask for access to the category listings report. They didn't just give it to anybody. Now they give it to just about everyone. And if for whatever reason your account got left out, I'm sure it wasn't anything personal, but they'll add it for you. So you're going to click that category listings report from the dropdown. Then you get to a screen that looks like this. You could just request your report, or first you could put in a date. So that basically will limit the number of listings that it's looking at down to what has been added after a certain date and time. So like, for example, if you have 15,000 listings because you've been selling on Amazon for 12 years and a lot of the listings you don't even work on anymore, don't download the whole report unless you really want to. It will take longer the more data that Amazon has to pull from its database, the longer it will take you to get your report. So what you could do is, if you wanted to just work on some of your newer listings, maybe listings that you've created since March 1st, you could put that in the date range there. Then once you're ready, you're going to go ahead and click request report. Then you're going to wait. Hopefully it's a quick wait. Sometimes, depending on how many other people are pulling data from their database, is going to depend on how long it takes the report to pull. There it says 45 minutes, but you can see there, it says large reports could take up to 3 days. I've never seen it take up to 3 days. But again, if you have a really large data set, it could take a little longer. So from there, it's going to be in your queue. So you're going to see, all the other reports you've probably already pulled or software tools have pulled on your behalf. You're going to wait for the category listings report to pull. Then when it's ready, you'll see the little download icon there on the side. And when you download it, it's going to be a spreadsheet that's going to look kind of like this. So I took a category listings report and I basically changed it up a little bit here so to kind of protect the anonymity of this account. But you can get a sense of what it is. So basically, every row is a SKU. So your SKU, it's not necessarily at the ASIN level. You can potentially have multiple SKUs for the same product. For example, if you have an FBM listing and an FBA listing, you would have different SKUs. So it's all about the SKU or the offer, as you might think. So one thing to do is go ahead and just open up these little plus signs that you'll see, and then it'll show you more of what's in here. So what you're going to do is just take a look and see, okay, do I have everything filled out? Generally, this blue section here is going to be your primary data and attributes about the product, such as the brand name. Now, of course, it wouldn't say brand name. It would say the actual name of the brand. So whether it's Nike, Adidas, XYZ, Acme Brick, whatever your brand name is, it would show that there. Then you're going to look over here and you're going to see the product ID. So the product ID could be the ASIN, it could be the UPC code, it could be a variety of different things. In this, I just put some fake ASINs just to protect these products and the anonymity. Then you're going to scroll through here and you're going to see things like key product features. These are your bullet points. So I just put bullet point 1, awesome stuff. That would be whatever your bullet point is. You can put this in here and then upload it into Amazon and make changes. Then you want to look and see like, okay, I have additional, whatever. So then you have your backend keywords, which I just put there. Oh, that should actually say 250 bytes. Not characters, we have learned. Then you could put like garlic press, garlic crusher, garlicky, garlic. I just put some fake spellings in there, whatever. Maybe you want to put some Spanish in there, which you can do. So you can see what is Amazon looking at your product as right now. Then you want to go in and you want to look and see if you see anything that's in red, that is going to actually be something important that you should definitely fill out, because those are what you would call required attributes. So Amazon has required attributes, and maybe when you created the listing, they didn't require that, but maybe now they do. So you want to go ahead and fill those out. If you're ever not sure what can I fill out, sometimes you can just put in whatever, as long as it makes sense and is within terms of service. But if you're not sure what to put in a particular attribute, you could just come down here to valid values and it will tell you. So for example, if it applied to your product noise level unit of measure, you could put in decibel or sones, sones or sones. Maybe someone knows and put that in the comments. You could put that, whatever that made sense to, or the color map, it tells a little bit about the color, as well as, whatever it is. Just take a look at this and make sure you have a valid value. Otherwise, you will get an error if you try to upload this into Amazon. Then from there, you want to go and take a look and make sure nobody put anything that they shouldn't have put in there, like cures cancer. Maybe a bad actor put that in there and you want to fix that. So you want to make sure it doesn't say that. And then another thing is, the more additional features that you've filled in, the better the algorithm understands your product, the lower your cost per click will be, because it can apply it to more relevant keywords, because it's matching up with whatever the customer search intent is with what your product is. Then from there, you could also look at this as a defensive play. So in addition to being offensive play with having better cost per click, and then also helping your search engine optimization, filling in all these prevents someone else from coming in later. And one of the dirty secrets is that oftentimes people will come in and make changes, especially in super, super competitive niches. They will make changes to their competitors' listings using a tool like the category listings report or a flat file, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to take over attribution of that particular field. So what that means is you might not be able to make changes to additional features because someone else put in the additional features. Don't let someone else do that to your listing. So this is a way to protect yourself. And also you just see, how does Amazon view your product? And you can just come down here and just keep taking a look, make sure everything makes sense. And then another thing you could do is take a look and see, like, okay, let's say everything that you have size-wise is 7.75. Well, if you see something that is 10.75 inches, that could be a case where you're paying too much in FBA fees. So you could ask Amazon to go back and take a look at that product and remeasure it. And sometimes what might happen is there might be, a piece of tape got caught onto a product, and when they ran it through the sensor, it took that tape and it added on to the length, and so now all of a sudden your product's an extra 3 inches. And because they base it on volumetric weight, so to speak, the volume of that product is now larger, which means you're paying higher in FBA fees. So another great way of saving yourself some money by checking your category listings report from time to time. Then you can come down here and just make sure everything still applies. So for example, if you have a product and it's suddenly not able to be listed, or you can't run ads. You take a look and see like, okay, is there dangerous goods information that is incorrect? Maybe it's incorrectly added, or you should have dangerous goods information and it's been taken off. Whether a bad actor did it, someone was selling wholesale on your listing and they put in wrong information, or sometimes Amazon's catalog team will just go in and make changes. So you always want to check this from time to time, periodically, just to make sure you're on the same page of what should be happening with your listing. Then you can just go through, just take a look, make sure everything looks right. And then of course, always, keep clicking that little plus sign, because they do hide attributes from time to time. I'm not really sure why they do that. Maybe somebody knows and put it in the comments. But maybe all of a sudden there's a fabric type, or, oh, this is compliance information. Do you have the right compliance information? So if you're running into problems where your listing has been taken down, take a look in category listings report. Also, another tip is that if you're ever making changes to your listings, whether you're doing a flat file or you're just going into manage inventory and making changes individually, it is a good idea to download a category listings report first. So that way you have a clean backup, so to speak, of what your product was. And then also, whether you or a virtual assistant do this, it's a good idea to at least once a month download your category listings report for your full catalog. So that way you make sure that you have a backup in case something happens. You can always go back and at least point to, hey, on X date we pulled the category listings report and this attribute was still the case. Or if you just somebody on your team makes a mistake, you can fix that. So hopefully this video was helpful for you. Again, some people have told us that knowing about this report has actually been life-changing to them, which again, hopefully it's at least helpful to you and changes and makes your life simpler on Amazon. So again, my name is Kevin Sanderson from My Amazon Guy. And if this video was helpful to you, please subscribe, follow us, and let us know how this has impacted you. Take care.